Hey. Hey, beautiful.
Chloe snorts. That makes me sound like something that should be taken up behind a barn and shot.
Oh, it's don't do that. It's a geyser, not a dog. Old Yeller.
What ifs?
I don't have any partners with you.
Chloe's mouth twitches. She reaches up under her beanie, knocking it askew as she combs her fingers through her hair. Yeah, will you pretty please help me with the contest, dearest Chloe? Her voice is pitched up. She sounds like a mouse. Oh, I didn't do that right at all, then.
They should have said that beforehand. I do not sound like that.
Yes.
You don't.
I mean, yes, I'll help you with the contest. And you do sound like that. A little.
No, I don't. Wait, really? Like, really?
Your voice gets a little, I give her a shove, laughing.
No, the contest. You wanna enter with me?
Duh, I'll finally get to ride the victory train with you. My heart swells. I was sure that Chloe would help, but hearing her say it feels really good in my body.
I'm 17.
She's 18 now. She had her birthday. It was in the journal and everything. She's legal.
Are you sure she didn't just turn 17?
Don't make me pull it up. At the beginning, she was like, I'm 17. And then...
she just turned 18. Okay, this is a little less creepy now.
And then, like, 18. Here. So, fuck off! We've always stuck together on everything. At least we did before I had to leave. We were at one another's side for so many years. 84, to be exact. Almost all of my best memories have Chloe in them. Sometimes I wish we could go back to those days. But we're still as symbiotic as we've ever were, even if we're pretty different now. Different interests, different styles, but still friends. That's how I know that what we have is real.
Well, that's if I win. You mean when I win?
It's not even up for debate. We blow it out of the water. We're interrupted by Mixed Dog, trailing back to the front of the classroom and clearing their throat. That's me. Alright. I've got to get into today's lecture. If you haven't picked a partner yet, then be sure that you do before class lets out.
Oh, you're a loser.
I settle back to my seat as the lesson begins, but I can barely focus. All I can think about is Chloe.
That's what I was thinking.
When class lets out, it feels like hours later, and I leap out of my seat. Chloe takes her time, getting up, reaching to scratch herself under her arm, like a chimp. I think my buzz is already wearing off. It's school's fault.
Nothing's ever your fault, because you're perfect.
Not at all. I grin. That's my Chloe. My beautiful, sexy Chloe. So, with this contest thing, you're gonna help me see another A+ for the first time in like 4 years, right?
Chloe, it's a contest, not an assignment. We don't get grades.
Right, we split the $1 million.
I'm not sure we're gonna win $1 million.
We split the, what, $500,000, quarter, 10 grand?
Chloe, winning is its own reward. So it's bullshit.
Jesus, calm down there, Polyama. We can decide what to do with the prize after you win.
I'm pretty sure there is no prize. And it would be us winning, not just me. Friendship.
As you say, I'm just here for the victory train, remember?
Friendship train? More like gravy train.
Gravy. Chloe clutches her stomach dramatically. I already know what to say.
2 whales? Ah, I knew it. Maybe we go to the 2 whales tomorrow morning, but she's hungry right now.
Genius, Max, if I can hold off my own cravings for that long. Can you believe Joyce still won't do takeout?
Actually, yes, I completely believe that. And why do you call Joyce? Why do you call her Joyce?
Well, I'm gonna go blaze my way through math class. Literally, behind the bleachers, because I'm not going to math class.
Oh, I was thinking setting on a fire. Classic Chloe!
My voice is dry, which Chloe picks up on, but it doesn't seem to bother her. I'll text you later, okay?
I'll be waiting for you. I mean, it.
Chloe cuts me on the shoulder, and then she grabs her bag and goes to sneak off to her smokeout spot while I go to Mixed Dog's desk to give them our names for the registration sheet. I'm so glad I asked my best friend to be my partner for the contest. Chloe is no photographer or photographer, but if it's about bonds, then we've got this on lock. I hope. Ba-da-da-da!
Whoa!
Tuesday. Save. Right there. Okay. You wanna read that?
It's a photo contest!
Ah!
I was gonna say I should have known, and it already says I should have known. I should have known. I think I'm the only one that's surprised and totally unprepared, even though I already knew. You have to sign up in pairs, and I have to pick a partner today! Oh god! Because the deadline is Friday, which is funny because I'm gonna be the wiener, and we're frying on Friday because it's the wiener.
I wasn't ready. I was drinking, you goob. You can't do that. Can't do that.
Needless to say, I'm sweating at my I'm sweating at my desk. I don't know who I should ask. Should I play it safe or maybe high risk, high reward? IDK. But I have to decide it like right now. As in my close journal. Oh, as in close my journal.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
As in close my journal and decide now, like right now.
October 7th, later.
This lady has beautiful hair.
That's Brooke, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Brooke. I asked Chloe because there's no such thing as picking wrong when it means picking my best friend. With her on my side, the contest's going to be a blue breeze. Of course, she had to have her chance at teasing me first, but that's a small toll to pay. Besides, I know she's totally into the idea of helping. We'll be meeting at the Two Whales first thing tomorrow morning. To plot, I really want, breakfast food now.
Speaking of breakfast, the breakfast rush at the Two Whales Diner always takes me by surprise, even though I've been coming here since I was a kid. The atmosphere is always electric, the frantic energy of the bustling staff, the impatient hungry truckers perched at the lunch counter like hulking, churlish birds on the wire, the sleepy locals slumped in their booths over steaming mugs of coffee. I've been here nursing my own coffee for 10 minutes now. This morning, I woke up to a text Chloe sent at 2 a.m. asking me to meet her at the diner date shop for breakfast. She's late, of course. I should probably be more annoyed than this, but I'm kind of used to it. Chloe tries, but she's never been able to keep to her schedule. It's kind of a miracle she manages to make it to her classes on time, most days. I suppose this means I should be more worried about asking Chloe of all people to help me with my entry for the photo contest. But Chloe's never let me down when I've needed her. Only when she makes plans. And she's not starting today. I can't stop the smile that spreads across my face when Chloe enters the diner. She scans the room, panting a little, looking disheveled. When her eyes light on mine, her face breaks out into a grin of its own and she makes a beeline towards our booth.
Hey, girl.
Hey, sorry I'm late. She slides into the booth with effortless cool, shooting me her most charming, apologetic smile. You mad?
You mad, bro? No, never mad at you, Chloe. I love you.
I laugh, shaking my head and taking a sip of my coffee.
This is actually pretty functional for him. I'm impressed.
Chloe laughs too, looking visibly relieved. She slumps back into the booth, beaming playfully and locking her foot to get spine beneath the table. Sexually. I know, not bad, right? Chloe grins at me like we're kids again, like we're sharing a secret. Even though I've been back in Arcadia Bay for a year now, there's something about being on the receiving end of her smiles again that still kind of takes my breath away. I can tell I'm staring at her with what must be the dopiest look on my face, but I can't help it. Deliberately, I drag my eyes from her face and scan the diner, licking my lips sexually.
When they enter the room, they take your breath away.
Stop.
You hungry?
God, yes.
Oh.
Chloe cranes her neck dramatically, looking around the diner. Where's Joyce, anyway? I'm gonna die of starvation before she even takes my order.
Where's your mom?
Then she'll be childless, and you'll be partnerless, and my sad, hungry ghost will be forever bound to the two whales. Cursed to haunt greasy truckers and painfully slow waitstaff for eternity.
Not so fast, Casper.
Chloe snorts. Cocaine. I kick her lightly beneath the table and continue despite the interruption.
Joy should be out with your food in a minute. I already ordered because I knew you were going to be late, okay?
It's like flipping a switch. Chloe's face lights up, the previous conversation immediately stricken from her memory. She leans forward, seizing my hands in hers and dragging them across the table.
Me
Max. Max.
What?
You've been my best friend ever since we were kids.
Yeah.
My first mate, my partner in crime, and now the girl who buys me breakfast. I'm ready to take the next step. Max, will you do me the great honor of marrying me and buying me food for the rest of our lives? She's been doing this more and more lately, saying things that could just be joking, but could also be, well, flirting. I just can't figure out if Chloe's being deliberately confusing or if I'm such a colossal social deuce that I can't tell the difference. Chloe waggles her eyebrows, squeezing my hands playfully. Max?
Yes.
I laugh awkwardly, feeling a blush rise on my face and yank my hands out of her grip.
Who said I'm fine?
Chloe pouts, bottom lip jutting out dramatically. You know, I did just offer to spend the rest of my life with you. The least you could do is offer to pay for my... Wait, what did you get me?
She seems like an eggs and bacon kind of person, right?
Nom.
Your favorite bacon side of eggs. Duh.
Chloe slams her palms down on the table excitedly. Hot damn! Now we're talking. Joyce bustles out of the kitchen a few minutes later, expertly balancing trays loaded with breakfast foods. Chloe smirks mischievously, leaning forward in the booth. No doubt with something cheerfully antagonistic on the tip of her tongue. But the morning rush is so hectic that Joyce barely has the time to set our plates down in front of us before tearing off across the restaurant to attend the family of 5 that just filled up the last free booth.
Sounds like my family.
Chloe looks briefly disappointed that she lost the opportunity to annoy her mother. At least until she remembers there's food in front of her.
Food!
Chloe eats with the sort of single-minded ferocity not uncommon in wild dogs. She's got about the same level of manners too, I remember. Thinking of all the time she'd stolen food right off my plate and unconsciously hunching over my meal when she looks up and starts eyeing my waffles. You gonna finish that?
No, you can have it.
I roll my eyes, taking one last bite and pushing my plate across the table to her. Chloe perks up, eagerly accepting the extra food. Thanks, Max.
Here we have the wild Chloe.
The wild Chloe in her natural habitat. So, I bet you're pretty pumped to get started on your project, huh? I bite my lip, shifting my gaze from Chloe's eager face to the windows facing the street. I watch a few cars pass by, trying to gather my thoughts.
I guess I'm excited.
But I glance back to Chloe, unable to stop the smile that tugs at the corner of my mouth. She always knows that there's something I'm not saying.
But I'm pretty nervous too. I still can't believe I'm actually volunteered for the contest.
I can. Chloe says it like it's just a fact. I feel butterflies flutter in my stomach and my abdomen and my large intestine. Nervous for a whole other reason now.
Marry me.
Confidence has always seemed to come as easy as breathing to Chloe, and I get it. She's tough and beautiful and smarter than she gives herself credit for. That all makes sense, but it's her unwavering confidence in me that I just can't wrap my head around sometimes. Max, you're like the best photographer in school. I know sometimes you get all in your head about this shit, but it's really not so complicated. Of course you're gonna kill it here. I smile gently back, hearing the hesitance at the end of her sentence.
But
Chloe smiles bashfully, cheeks flushing out slightly, looking at me through a fringe of blue hair like a kid with her hand in the cookie jar. But it was kind of surprising you asked me to help you with the project.
what? You're like my best friend.
Chloe shifts in her seat. The food is gone now, devoured completely.
Sad face.
She has nothing to distract her from the conversation, so she grabs a packet of sugar from the center of the table, tearing it open and pouring the contents out into shapes on the tabletop. Chris is gonna be so pissed.
So she's gonna eat it.
I mean, there are lots of, good photographers in that class, Max. So I basically only took photography so I could hang with you and Rachel at school a few times a week.
Chloe, you're like my best friend. There's no one else I'd rather have in my corner for stuff like this. Plus, you make a great model. You're kind of hot.
Chloe looks up from the pile of sugar she was carefully shaping into swirls in the center of the table. Best friend. Her tone is light, but the look on her face makes me feel like I didn't say quite the right thing.
My first mate, my girlfriend, my partner in crime. The girl I buy breakfast for?
Chloe's face breaks out into a wide grin, cheeks pink. In that case, I can order another...
Hell no.
Chloe laughs. Worth a shot. So, I guess you better get started on this thing. The rules say you need to take your photos somewhere in Arcadia Bay. Do you know where you want to go?
Trying to we want to be friends with her. You decide. Cool. Actually, why don't you tell me where you want to go, since I'm going to be the photographer,
Chloe had pulled the beanie off her head and tucked it down over my eyes as soon as we got into the truck. I had wanted to pull it off, but she levied the vague threat of swift retribution against me. Bring out the retaliatory prank she had unleashed on those who had dared to oppose her in my childhood, I decided to play along. Even with my eyes covered, I had felt the excitement radiating off at her for the entire track. I can't deny I'm eager to see what Chloe has in store when the truck finally rolls to a stop.
Is it the garbage dump?
Sit tight. I hear the car door open and then close again. Then a moment later, I feel the door on my side open. She leans across my body, buckling my seatbelt for me and wrapping a hand around my elbow to guide me out of the cabin. I stumble anyway, my clumsiness tripping Chloe's best efforts to help me. She catches my weight against her body, steadying me with one hand on my hip, the other still gripping my arm. Whoa there, Tiger.
Sorry.
I can feel myself blushing, for once grateful that the beanie obscures so much of my face. You good? Her voice is so close and quiet. The gentle pressure of her fingers against my hip makes my heart beat faster, and I nod dumbly. You ready? I can hear the excitement in her voice. A fluttery feeling blooms in the pit of my stomach. I'm excited too.
I'm just gonna say, if we didn't have the context of the previous scene, this would seem different. Yeah. I knew it!
Chloe yanks the beanie off my head and I squint against the sudden explosion of light.
Oh, yeah!
I look around, taking in the heaps of rusted metal, the scraggly weeds, the towering evergreens looming in the background.
It's amazing. It's actually really perfect for photography. Amazing. Wow, Chloe.
It's dorky, but I'm actually kind of awestruck by the atmosphere of the place. There are so many things around. Old vehicles, decommissioned signs, busted appliances, everything with its own story, each peak a unique offering.
This place is perfect. How'd you
Chloe beams at me, shoving her hands in her back pockets and rocking back on her heels. You think so?